So when it comes to the anniversary character, I'm seeing, well, look, for the most part, it's positive, but there is a certain thing that is holding this unit back in terms of autoplay, and not only that, is she the right anniversary character? Just before I get ahead of myself, you guys, if you guys do want to support me, you're more than welcome to. Currently right now, for my supporters, there is a deluxe pass giveaway going on right now, along with a monthly essence pack. I just picked a few winners to win some raid up tickets and some anniversary packs. There is a part 2 to that, so all the giveaways that I'm doing currently, it's down below in the description. As long as you're a supporter of mine, you're more than welcome to enter any of the giveaways that I apply. And yeah, I do pick a lot of you guys to win, so it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. There's like 20, 30 of you guys winning all the time. So yeah, a lot of you guys to win. But anyway, appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Alrighty, you guys. So Cheyenne, she's been out for what, 48 hours, roughly around about that, maybe a little bit more. And there are some issues. There are some issues. Primarily, I do want to talk about the issues on hand, and on top of that, I do want to talk about how, is she actually anniversary worthy? Like, how do we actually feel about it? Because I've got my two-piece to say. I really do. So let me talk about the errors and the issues that Cheyenne's facing, and some of you guys may already know about this. First things first, her ultimate, which you will see within this gameplay. I decided to do a simulation run with Cheyenne, thinking, oh, I'm going to breeze through this. This is going to be easy peasy. It did annoy me. It did annoy me. Purely because one of the issues that she has right now is her ultimate. It's just not hitting. You have to maneuver. So for example, if you're doing a skill, maximizing all the buffs and whatnot, and ready for the ultimate, you would think the auto lock-on will make it so that the character hits the enemy with the ultimate when you activate it. Nope. Whatever direction she's facing, aka I am looking away from the enemy, the ultimate is facing away from the enemy. It's super annoying. So maybe they might want to consider some auto lock on right there to make it so that it kind of immediately looks towards the enemy. That, and even when I do maneuver my way to face the enemy to do the ultimate animation plays, no damage being dealt. I'm literally seeing the sword kind of pierce the enemy itself, and I'm just like, okay, where's the damage? Hello? I mean, we got lucky right there, but again, you'll see throughout the bigger fights, especially when we're fighting Sunjiro, of course, yeah, the ultimate just kept on missing. It's a good thing I wasn't voice recording, because I was pissed. Because I'm just like, do you know how easy this game would be in terms of beating these mother truckers if my ultimate actually hit? So, I'm getting frustrated right now thinking about it, but you guys will see, of course. But it does require maneuvering and just kind of waiting a little bit, then activating it. But then, you know, buffs, they're on a timer. Unfortunately, we don't have that luxury of just kind of, you know, waiting to kind of, you know, make sure that the ultimate hits. I don't know if it hits here. Does it hit here? Look, it one-tapped him. Unless that was the aftermath damage. I don't know. But either way, yeah, you guys will see, because it does miss a few times, especially in the main boss fight. But that's one of the issues. Another issue that we're having is the A3 buff, to where when it's on for 6 seconds, the Will of Sword, of course. The AI is not smart enough to realize that your buffs are on a timer, and so you actually lose out on stat increase, which equates to you doing more damage. So like in fights such as, like, what, if you're auto playing, or if you're doing power of destructions or guild boss, of course, unfortunately the AI is losing out on extra damage. That has been a very big concern of people. I don't know if the developers are maybe going to somehow up the AIs to make it, you know, them realize that they've got buffs on timers and that they have to, you know, utilize their big attacks, or if they're going to extend the timer. I'm not too sure, but there is an issue. In terms of manually utilizing this Cheyenne, oh, she's an absolute demon. She's an absolute beast. Can't go wrong, right? We know that we're on the clock, so of course we're going to utilize that timer well, drop the attacks that we need to drop, and continue on, of course. Realistically, it will be skill, core, alt, core, skill, right? There's a pattern to utilize and make good use of the full buff potential, of course, from this character. So manually we're fine. It's just AI wise we're losing out. So that's, I don't know if the developers are gonna look into this or whatnot, but that is a bit of a concern, of course. So those are pretty much the only two concerns I think that's going on right now with this anniversary character. So hopefully the developers will look into it and do something about it, because again, those crucial damage points for POD and guild boss can go a long way. And yeah, when it comes to affecting our damage, that's a no bueno. We want the full potential, and if we're losing that out, then it's something that they need to look into improving. So yeah, just kind of want to briefly touch upon that. Now, in terms of her being an anniversary character, was it the smart choice now looking at it? I'm gonna be completely real. And again, at the very beginning, when people had access to this character and started using her moveset, there was a little bit of a cheap cop-out. And what I mean by that is that the concept of the character is pretty much one-to-one with the light version of Chai, of course. So, I don't know about you guys, but I just thought, this is a bit of a cheap cop-out. Especially with the original build that I had for this Cheyenne. Because you've got to keep in mind, the vibe that we're getting from this unit, especially if you have seen like the Hunter Origin, is that she's like this Valkyrie type character. So, I'm surprised that they didn't decide to go with the whole transformation route, because realistically what I was thinking of, and I don't know if you guys want to agree to this, but like, I don't know, I found this as a unique, dope concept, right? Keeping with the whole Valkyrie vibe, keep her as she is right now to what we are seeing, and then her ultimate, she transforms into a Valkyrie. You know, she's got wings bursting out. Rather than having a sword, she has a spear, she has a shield, right? Being a shield maiden of some sort, I don't know, right? That to me is bringing something new, something unique to the table. I guess that itself will also bring a lot of hype, especially once she's in that Valkyrie Iron Maiden type transformation type character. Of course, I think that would also be a cool concept to see. Of course, I think that would bring, I mean, not to say that the anniversary hype isn't there, because she's a fantastic, dope, broken character, don't get me wrong, but I just think it was a little bit of a cop-out on just kind of making her a light version 2.0 with extra 1 or 2 hits, if you're really looking at it that way, of course. I think there could have been a better way to do it, and as I've just explained it, I feel like that would have been a crazy way to go about handling her kit itself. But unfortunately that wasn't the case. I mean, we did see the model to where she didn't have the Valkyrie wings. Now we know that it was through the ultimate animations, of course. But I just think that, yeah, things could have been done a little bit more better. To be fair, what they could have done is just released her after. And you know what? I think the National Hunter rank 2 Lou would have been the better play here, if I'm being real. I'm gonna have to be honest here. Just how China's turned out in terms of just kind of being that little bit of a cop-out, but that's just kind of my personal preference of what I would have actually wanted right now. But we'll see what the future holds in terms of where they go with the storyline and what's more to be added, all that shenanigans and all that good stuff, of course. But that's pretty much what's happening right now in terms of my honest opinion for this character.
We'll finish this.
Broken, but they could have made it more unique, especially very, very fitting to her own universe, of course, especially with the whole Valkyrie vibe. That, and then of course the 2 other issues that I've spoken about in terms of AI not being able to maximize on the A3 dupe, and then the ultimate. So right now we're on the final fight for the tier 30, of course. By the way, the one thing which I will say that I do love is obviously with the water element team that they kept the concept of the whole Koro meta. So, hey, Alicia is still on the table. Do not count her out. She is still viable. She is still on the table. She is still usable. So that's something. So I decided to go all in on the core, maximizing that. I don't know what I buffed. Oh yeah, I think I buffed up the QTE. Hey, as I've mentioned, I did a whole video on it. If you want an easy time getting through the higher tiers on Simulation Gate, the QTE is the way. Pair that up with core strat or the ult strat or the skill or basic skill strat, you'll be a-okay. But as you guys can see, got the cores going, got lucky, got the ults also applied. Make sure the water element's doing damage. Okay, so sped up the process a little bit, cuts all the intros and whatnot. So as per usual, just going for the breakage. Again, by having that core strat, you can just kind of spam it, and that was primarily one of the reasons why I went for it, because of Cheyenne's unlimited core strat that she has. So doing what I need to do, just kind of switching out, and you guys will see one of the issues. I don't know if this issue is also on other modes, but on the Simulation Gate, it was so consistent, it was pissing me off. So of course, doing my hits, building it up. There we go. They might need to extend it for 6 seconds or maybe longer, if I'm being completely honest. Put up to 10. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna hit. Is this gonna hit? It hits, but yeah, wasn't too much damage. Then again, I didn't maximize all my buffs anyway because I lost it all, but it's fine. Bro, this is what I mean. Like, I'm out here utilizing Cheyenne and being like, yeah, she's gonna make my life a whole lot easier. Nah, Sharon is literally just cleaning house with that core attack. That spam core literally drains a bar. It's disgusting. That Loki might be the wave. Hey, maybe Sharon was the anniversary character that we know that we didn't know about. So missed that skill. So obviously doing the cores. Obviously at this point I'm not really also making good use of the A3, but it's fine. So there's the ultimates. Did I line this up? Okay, we're lining it up. So realistically, it's dashing or maneuvering your way to hit the enemy. But again, I know for a fact that this was fuming me that I did miss out on a few ults. That, and if you are maximizing your buffs and whatnot, and doing all your skills, and you're not facing the enemy, then yeah, the game itself will just be like, hey, okay, so you're facing the complete opposite way towards the enemy. We're not going to give you a helping hand. We're just going to make you activate your ultimate in the direction that you're facing. I don't know. To me, that's a bit kind of BS. I feel like the game should just automatically apply the ultimate towards where they are. So I'm pretty much near enough hitting the enemy. So yeah, that didn't go through. Either that or just did the tiniest of damage, which means that majority of the ultimate didn't go through. That begs the question, wait, were my previous hits hitting any hard? Because I feel like maybe some of those hits were also missing too, in terms of the blade just dropping. Anyway, I think it's going to be around through these ultimates right now. Because I know there's one or two ultimates that I did that really... Unless it was a previous fight, I'll have to track it down, but... Yeah, this fight is not going as smooth as I would have hoped. So, yeah, when I do the calls, it slaps, which is good. So there's the maneuver. I have to kind of make sure that was... Yeah, what? See? What is going on? So that... Okay, so it has been majority of the ultimates that I've just been dropping. I mean, I've been tagging them, which is insane to say through an ultimate animation or for an ultimate in general, to be like, hey, I tagged you. That shouldn't be the case. Okay. I know for a fact there was one ultimate where I had it perfectly lined up and there was 0 damage being taken off. Okay, so Chair's coming in again. Keep in mind, I've got the, excuse me, the code card for the ultimate reset, of course. Is this going to miss? Okay, that did. Okay, well, no, that did damage to Tusk. I don't know if I did anything to Sunjinu right now. Okay, Tusk is out of the equation, bro. I'm telling you, Saron is literally the MVP right now for me. That call spam is an absolute godsend. So of course, I've got access to every rotation, having an ultimate at the ready, so I can utilize that. So there's that skill, there's the extreme evasion. That extreme evasion gives my crit rate up too. Yeah, I got tagged right there, dashed out. So I had to maneuver my way. Is this gonna hit or is this gonna... Okay, that hit. I don't know if I managed to... Did this one hit? Yeah, this one hit. Yeah, so like you like before dropping that ultimate, you literally have to make sure that you're lined up towards the enemy. But I'll find the fights where yeah, the game kind of screwed me over. There we go, just spamming the core because there's nothing else to do. There we go, and the ultimate comes in. I don't know if Char came in here. Oh yeah, I gave her one last chance. I don't know if I dropped the ult here. Getting tagged. Yeah, I didn't have to drop the ult. I had to drop the QTE right there. But yeah, problems. Hopefully this is something that they look into. Alright, I think, was it this Emma fight where I started to see the problem? This might have been the fight. Because it was one of the early boss fights where I started to see the ultimate issue from Cheyenne. Even when you do have things lined up, But when you are buffing and you go into the phase, once you build up for the Will of Sword is there, it can make so that you're not going to be dropping the ultimate towards her. So I think, was this it? Yeah. There you go. So there was a failure of maneuver right there. And then I'm doing hits, dropping the second ult. Like, bruh, what do you want from me? Literally lined up. I'm tagging her, and the ultimate was like, yeah, we're not gonna do anything about it. Sorry, next time. Like, huh? Excuse me? What? Huh? But yeah, the first time it was me spamming, getting my ultimates going, and just kind of wanting to, you know, utilize everything at the ready, get the most out of the ultimate. And yeah, because I was facing the other way, I thought the auto lock-on would be a thing. Apparently not. So yeah, that's the issue. That kind of where it all stands. But anyway, that's me using the new water team on the simulation game. That's kind of what I decided to go with, just kind of catering to the core, because why not? It's still valid. But also just kind of wanted to touch up on and give my genuine, honest thoughts of the anniversary character.